What's the most American thing ever that if explained to a non-American might just sound crazy? Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, apparently. Edit, I'm American, but I recently learned that much of the world finds PB&J to be an odd combination. I'm Australian and I love them. I'm the only Australian person I've heard of eat them though. I remember eating one for the first time and thought, damn, why aren't these popular? Yes. I always thought they were joking on Sesame Street when I watched it as a kid here in Australia. As an adult I had an American girlfriend who informed me that they're real. They are amazing. German here, I love PB&J. But for me it only works with red jams, like strawberry or cherry. Doesn't matter what jelly or jam your preference is. You just have to get the peanut butter ratio right. Also, if your mother makes it, it increases the taste and quality by a few orders of magnitude. Raspberry is my go-to. Red as well, so definitely a go-to for PB&Js. The best, no question. Grape all the way, but strawberry is a close second. Blackberry, my dude-it. I'm from the NL and honestly I have many questions for the US. Most burning on though, is why are your toilet stall doors so damn high above the ground? I don't know and I'm still not used to it. The worst is the size of the cracks between the door. The amount of times I've made eye contact with someone while sitting on the toilet is more than I'd like. I honestly don't know. First time I left the country was to Italy, and to see the stall doors go to the ground, and not have the gap between the door was so shocking to me. I hate public bathrooms here, which is why I try to avoid them. You're not getting a definitive answer that makes sense. It's to speed up cleaning. There's usually a drain in the middle of the room. In theory you can just hose the entire bathroom floor down and let it drain. More commonly you can mop the entire floor with less effort because nothing is close to the ground. Don't understand the creep slot between door and wall. But this is the best answer I've seen for the 3/4 doors. Larger tolerances allow for cheaper construction. Humanity worked out how to make a door fit in a hole in an economic way at least a couple of thousand years ago. Every other Western country can manage to make a toilet door fit without bankrupting anyone. The economic argument just doesn't make sense to me. Aerosol cheese. It's not actually aerosolized, it's more like a cheese sauce in a pressurized can. The only thing I've ever seen it actually used for is my vet using it to distract my dog during procedures. They'll spray little squiggles for the dog to lick off while they do the exam. I've never known a person to eat it in all seriousness. Aerosols? You mean Cheese Whiz? Easy cheese. Cheese Whiz comes in a jar. My life is a lie and Cheese Whiz isn't cheese. It's message and hydrogenated soybean oil with yellow food coloring. It's called squeeze cheese homie, and if you get the chicken biscuit crackers with it, you can have a little slice of heaven in your mouth. I feel that I see this on all of these weird things about America threads, but I can't think of a single person in my life that actually eats that. I've never eaten it either, in my entire life. I guess that just the fact that it's available here is pretty strange, but it certainly isn't a normal thing Americans eat. I have a can in my kitchen right now. Don't get it very often though, couple cans per year or so. I don't imagine it's very healthy. Don't even know what this is, and I've been living in America for more than a decade. Cheese in a can. Now that's just gross. Still weirded out about refills and sizes of drinks specific to soda. The low bar to get a driver's license. Traveling between major cities, the distances are insane, especially just feeling completely alone in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes it's just indescribably marvelous to be driving alone in the middle of nowhere. If my car is in fairly good condition and I am 75 miles from the nearest town, just pull over and stop to enjoy the solitude. Even at night if it's clear, to finally be able to see, not just the stars, but the Milky Way too. Laughs in Australian. When I was there, we passed by this sign that said no gas station for the next length of my country miles. I get why it's there. It just kind of scared me. Imagine knowing the geography of your country. This post was made by Where's Minnesota Gang. Those also exist in Australia, just in kilometers. I noticed the drink stuff even going across the border from Canada to the US. I ordered a large drink by accident once and they basically just ran a hose into a bucket and passed it through my car window. As an American, I agree with these statements. It must be weird to drive farther than your home country is wide or tall and not reach your destination. Also doing this on the same road as someone who you assume bought their license at Walmart judging by their driving skill. Lol. The drink thing. We do love our big drinks. Small disclaimer for those who won't know any better. You don't actually buy a driver's license here. As American as that may sound. That's a joke. Try Canada. Even larger, with a population that's only 10% of America's. A large portion of Canada lives near the border. Go further north and things start getting real sparse. Friend of mine visited Yellowknife for work filming something. Said it was the most surreal thing flying in and just seeing the vast nothing below. Yep. I drive 450 kilometers or roughly 6 to 7 hours to visit my parents. That trip doesn't even take me halfway through Ontario. I could drive another 12 hours and maybe leave the province. Canada is massive. The +5 above speed limit. Usually it's +10 in ideal conditions. Cops never stop you for doing +7 or 8. Unless, you know, they're being jerks that day. Anything +10 and it'll be a justifiable ticket. But if raining +5 is the limit, and if it's snowing, you're looking at -5 at least. In the Northeast, it's a solid 20 over the limit lol. As an Ontarian, pretty much the same over here in Canada. Everybody drives 20 km/h over, left lane is 35 or 40 over on highways. Here in BC 40 over will impound your car. Doesn't stop people from doing it though. I got up to 180 a few weeks ago in a 90 zone. I was just testing out my car and it felt like it was begging for more, but I pulled back for safety reasons. The crazy amount of food you guys serve. Like. The French fries you serve as a side and large glass of Pepsi is enough to fill me up. My girlfriend got a work visa and went to work for the summer in the US. She worked in a restaurant as a waitress and what made a great impression on her were the huge portions of food that were served on a daily basis to each individual customer. I'm currently trying to lose weight right now, and when I eat I constantly have to think to myself European portions, not American portions. When purchasing an item, the listed price is actually not the amount you'll have to pay at checkout. It will be more. Wait, for everything? Like if you go to IKEA and buy a cupboard or something, the price on it isn't the actual one. I knew restaurants do that because of your weird tipping culture, but if it's everywhere, then that's just bizarre. I heard about this a while back and I'm still dumbfounded why it hasn't changed. In Australia it's illegal to disclude taxes in pricing, except purchases like cars which can vary with negotiation. I think it's a reasonable expectation that the price you see on the ticket is what you'd pay at the register, and with modern POS systems it could literally be changed overnight for most retailers, but am our freedoms. It is my God-given right to be able to get conned into believing I can afford something I can't. My dude, if 5 to 10% is the difference between affording and not, you actually can't afford it at all. Exactly. And it's not like it's a surprise. Every American knows that the price tag doesn't include tax. Traditionally the line between affording something or not is the price. Complimenting strangers. But I like it though. Edit. Okay, some of you have said that you received compliments in Europe too. I said this because it was a first big difference I've noticed visiting America. People there are usually very communicative and easy to talk to. I live in Slovakia and everyone just minds their own business here. This is an American thing? Lol. Not European. It's creepy here lol. Only creepy if you make it creepy. Thank you for watching this video. If you want more Reddit content like this, please subscribe and like this video. I guess I will see you in the next one.